Prehistory, also known as preliterary history, is the period of human history between the use of the first stone tools by hominins c. 3.3 million years ago and the invention of writing systems. The use of symbols, marks, and images appears very early among humans, but the earliest known writing systems appeared c. 5,300 years ago, and it took thousands of years for writing systems to be widely adopted. In some human cultures, writing systems were not used until the 19th century, and in a few, not even until the present. The end of prehistory therefore came at very different dates in different places, and the term is less often used in discussing societies where prehistory ended relatively recently. Sumer in Mesopotamia, the Indus Valley Civilization, and ancient Egypt were the first civilizations to develop their own scripts and to keep historical records. This took place already during the early Bronze Age. Neighboring civilizations were the first to follow. Most other civilizations reached the end of prehistory during the Iron Age. The three-age system of division of prehistory into the Stone Age, followed by the Bronze Age and Iron Age, remains in use for much of Eurasia and North Africa, but is not generally used in those parts of the world where the working of hard metals arrived abruptly from contact with Eurasian cultures, such as Oceania, Australasia, much of sub-Saharan Africa, and parts of the Americas. With some exceptions in Precolumbian civilizations in the Americas, these areas did not develop complex writing systems before the arrival of Eurasians, so their prehistory reaches into relatively recent periods. For example, 1788 is usually taken as the end of the prehistory of Australia. The period when a culture is written about by others, but has not developed its own writing system, is often known as the protohistory of the culture. By definition, there are no written records from human prehistory, so dating of prehistoric materials is crucial. Clear techniques for dating were not well developed until the 19th century. Time periods. In dividing up human prehistory in Eurasia, historians typically use the three-age system, whereas scholars of pre-human time periods typically use the well-defined geologic record and its internationally defined stratum base within the geologic time scale. The three-age system is the periodization of human prehistory into three consecutive time periods, named for their respective predominant tool-making technologies. Stone Age, Bronze Age, Iron Age. The Stone Age was a broad prehistoric period during which stone was widely used to make tools with an edge, a point, or a percussion surface. The period lasted for roughly 3.4 million years and ended between 8700 BCE and 2000 BCE with the advent of metalworking. Though some simple metalworking of malleable metals, particularly the use of gold and copper for purposes of ornamentation, was known in the Stone Age, it is the melting and smelting of copper that marks the end of the Stone Age. In Western Asia, this occurred by about 3000 BCE, when bronze became widespread. The term Bronze Age is used to describe the period that followed the Stone Age, as well as to describe cultures that had developed techniques and technologies for working copper into tools, supplanting stone in many uses. Stone Age artifacts that have been discovered include tools used by modern humans, by their predecessor species in the genus Homo, and possibly by the earlier partly contemporaneous genera Australopithecus and Paranthropus. Bone tools have been discovered that were used during this period as well, but these are rarely preserved in the archaeological record. The Stone Age is further subdivided by the types of stone tools in use. The Bronze Age is a prehistoric period that was characterized by the use of bronze, in some areas proto-writing, and other early features of urban civilization. The Bronze Age is the second principal period of the three-age stone bronze iron system, as proposed in modern times by Christian Jurgensen Thompson, for classifying and studying ancient societies. An ancient civilization is defined to be in the Bronze Age either by producing bronze by smelting its own copper and alloying with tin, arsenic, or other metals, or by trading for bronze from production areas elsewhere. Bronze is harder and more durable than other metals available at the time, allowing Bronze Age civilizations to gain a technological advantage. While terrestrial iron is naturally abundant, its high melting point of 1538 degrees Celsius, 2800 degrees Fahrenheit, placed it out of reach of common use until the end of the second millennium BC. Tin's low melting point of 231.9 degrees Celsius, 449.4 degrees Fahrenheit, and copper's relatively moderate melting point of 1085 degrees Celsius, 1985 degrees Fahrenheit, placed them within the capabilities of the Neolithic pottery kilns, which date back to 6000 BC, and were able to produce temperatures greater than 900 degrees Celsius, 1652 degrees Fahrenheit. Copper tin ores are rare, as reflected in the fact that there were no tin bronzes in Western Asia before trading in bronze began in the 3rd millennium BC. Worldwide, the Bronze Age generally followed the Neolithic period, with the Chalcolithic serving as a transition. Bronze Age cultures differed in their development of the first writing. According to archaeological evidence, cultures in Mesopotamia, cuneiform script, and Egypt, hieroglyphs, developed the earliest practical writing systems. The Iron Age is the final epoch of the three-age division of the prehistory and protohistory of humanity. It was preceded by the Bronze Age and the Stone Age, Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, and Chalcolithic. The concept has been mostly applied to Europe and the ancient Near East, and, by analogy, also to other parts of the Old World. The duration of the Iron Age varies depending on the region under consideration. It is defined by archaeological convention. The Iron Age begins locally when the production of iron or steel has been brought to the point where iron tools and weapons superior to their bronze equivalents become widespread. For example, Tutankhamun's meteoric iron dagger comes from the Bronze Age. In the ancient Near East, this transition took place in the wake of the so-called Bronze Age collapse in the 12th century BC. The technology soon spread throughout the Mediterranean basin region and to South Asia. Its further spread to Central Asia, Eastern Europe, and Central Europe is somewhat delayed, and Northern Europe was not reached until later, by about 500 BC. The Iron Age is taken to end, also by convention, with the beginning of the historiographical record. This usually does not represent a clear break in the archaeological record. For the ancient Near East, the establishment of the Achaemenid Empire c. 550 BC, considered historical by virtue of the record by Herodotus, is usually taken as a cut-off date, and in Central and Western Europe, the Roman conquests of the 1st century BC serve as marking for the end of the Iron Age. The Germanic Iron Age of Scandinavia is taken to end c. 800 AD, with the beginning of the Viking Age. In the Indian subcontinent, the Iron Age is taken to begin with the ironworking painted grey ware culture. Recent estimates suggest that it ranges from the 15th century BC through to the reign of Ashoka in the 3rd century BC. The use of the term Iron Age in the archaeology of South, East, and Southeast Asia is more recent and less common than for Western Eurasia. In China, written history started before ironworking arrived, so the term is infrequently used. The Sahel, Sudan region, and Sub-Saharan Africa are outside of the 3H system, there being no Bronze Age, but the term Iron Age is sometimes used in reference to early cultures practicing ironworking, such as the Nok culture of Nigeria.